Hi, hello. So here we are again. I have already passed the strings in the holes that I have shown you in the last video. So here they are. I think that they are still visible. So we have one knot, two holes, another knot, another knot in the middle, and two holes. So one knot, two holes where we pass the lines, and one knot, two holes where we pass the lines. Now you're going to pull them to the place. I'm pulling them all together, but then we have to pull one by one. So you see this knot and this knot that is here. You see this rope here? This rope is on top of the knot, but these ones are perfect. So these ones I can pull all one by one. They are perfect because they do not mess around. I mean, we cannot see the ropes, right? But this one, we see it here, and that cannot happen. So this actually has to come to be pulled to the side. You see, I pull it here and I pull it to this side. So all right, now it is not visible anymore. Interesting, right? So we have now to check it out on the other side. Please don't pull it too much. You see here, this is already deformed because I've pulled it too much. You see it? I have to insert the fingers and have here. So these cannot, when I do the knot here, I cannot do it like this and collapse these like this, stay like this. No, this has to stay round, so it has to be perfect, you know. It is difficult to put it perfect. It is not easy, but with patience everything will stay perfect. Now I have to see it on the other side. And do the same. So this one looks easy to pull. Alright, this looks easy, but actually it is never easy, because make sure to do this all the time. Each time we pull, we have to take attention, proper attention. And you see, this one is on top. This should be on the other side. It's this one. I'm going to try to bring it back. You see how he was back? It's very interesting. It was back. Here they are. So now make sure, again, inserting the finger, make sure that everything is round and beautiful. And now they seem more or less alright. Of course, here I can still see the knots. You see, I have to pull this one a little bit. Now, because I have one knot here and one knot here in the hole, I cannot do a knot in the middle. So I could do a knot here in the middle, but that, if I do like this, it will spoil the harmony you see I have one knot in the middle, but here I have a hole, so I cannot do this. It's not a good idea, unless there is some special reason for it, of course. In the work, this is just an exemplification, but it's a good idea if we have a knot here to do a knot here. Now, this one is still not exactly in the proper place. Wow. Let's find it out. In here, if we are in a hurry, we are lost. So the knot is all concealed, meaning the ropes are all concealed. And now I'll do just another knot here. It's just a common square knot. Just a common square knot. And here we have our first knot. The difficulty here is the pulling. Too much is too much, too little is too little. This is making pressure. No. Oh yes. I don't know. I'm not sure. Not really sure. I'm not sure that this one seems too much visible, right? So we are going to try some other strings. You see, this one is visible, too much visible. Let's find it out if there is a better option for this. So I took these ones from here. Perhaps it's a good idea to use these ones from the back. So let's change completely the strings that are going to stay outside. So this time I've left the ones in the top to the middle. I'm going to work the knot with these ones in the back, just to see. I don't know, it's always the same effect. Interesting. No, it's always the same effect. I was under the impression that I could make it better, but no, I don't think it is better. Don't pull it too much. Well, perhaps a little better. I don't know. Alright, seems perfect. Seems perfect. Now in here we have to do exactly the same thing. This one is here, this one is here, this one is here, this one is here. So making a square knot. Now how did I did it? I did it with the two in the back. It's a good idea, the tactic that I use in one knot, to use it in all knots. So these ones are on the top, I lift to the middle, and I work with the strings that come from under and from behind these ones. So let's find it out. And now gently taking these ones. They seem perfect, right? They seem perfect. And this here does not seem too much collapsed. Anyway, it's a good idea to have him in place. So I can make already here, it's much better to do already the stabilization of these two knots. Stabilize these knots. Alright. Give them the round already, the round curve. Seems perfect, right? This is not difficult work, it's actually very easy work. The only thing one has to be careful is with the pulling of the strings. So this one in the middle, this one in the middle, this one from there, this one from there. So I have two on top. I'm going to use them to make the knot as the other ones. It is extremely important. The technique that we choose to use in the first knot must use in all knots. Now just put the knots in. Do it all the time with the fingers, don't forget it. It is extremely important to keep it round inside. And here also the same. Pulling, have to really pull well. Now these two are on top, these two are on under end, so I will use it to make the knot. Alright. So as you can see, this is not difficult at all. It's just a question of a little patience. Now finally the last, and I think it's perfect, because I don't see here nothing goes inside, so I think it's perfect. So stabilizing this knot, and here we go to another part, so this side part, and we have already accomplished our perpendicular passing our round cylinder with another round cylinder. This is very beautiful, isn't it? And perfect. Now in here we have to make this knot in the middle. Now this one in the middle is also tricky. Why? Because we need the right contention, we need the right tension in this knot. Just enough to make the round fabric, but not too much in order to you see, this is putting outside the place. So we must do here the round fabric, but do not collapse this other round fabric. It is just a little there, but it is not noticeable. I think it's not noticeable. Because this is all very movable. It moves a lot. So here the same, the last one. With this we can do anything we want with this fabric. We have now the means to start making real art. Once we can finish these ropes, as I have already shown you in the last videos, and once we can make the actually fabric as I have shown you also, and now just to make the perpendicular way, and we have everything we need to really make amazing structures. There is no limit to the imagination in here. And here we are, just the usual and plain, round cylinder fabric. So we have already passed the other, and we are now styling. Here we have it. Here we have it. So I have 10 minutes. I'm going to do some rows just for us to see the finished effect with a little longer fabric. Many ropes, right? It's a little confusing because of that. So many. Of course, I cannot, as I have already told you, I don't have strings, I don't have ropes, so I did not make here the proper endings, because I'm going to undo all these. I'm going to use it to other exemplifications. Right now, this is the way it is. Not only I don't have the strings, and not only with these confinement things, the shops are also closed, some of them. And most of all, because this rope does not exist anymore. So if I want to buy, I have to buy another one different. And if I want to buy this exactly same, this is not anymore in the market, because they are so old that the fabrics that do this, they're all closed. Now that is sad, right? That is very sad. And here we are, styling. I hope you do enjoy this, because there is a special joy, when one passes to the other side and then one see the result. I hope that it is everything okay. Actually, I've made a huge mistake. I start doing this without checking it properly. I did not check the work. That is a mistake, because now if I check it and now there is something wrong, I had to undo all these knots. Now that is very sad only. And also, right? So let me see it. Ah, so good. Alright, this is so good and so strong. Take a good look. Well, okay. Alright, it's perfect. It's really perfect. Well, I was lucky this time. But please, when you do it, never come to do this without properly seeing if everything is alright. Smoke knots. It is with a rope outside, not pulled properly, or not with a rope too much pulled. That are always a problem. They are very easy to miss, you understand? We miss those things easily. We have to look at them, to stop the work and look it very carefully. All right. I have 7 minutes. I have a lot of time. All right. Here we are. So I'm going just to make another row, just to leave these in a square. That's what I mean. I have here 1 2 3 knots. I have here 1 2 3 knots. I have here 1 2 3 knots, and I have here 1 2. So I need to make the 3. This is the last one, and I will stay with all in the same sizes, more or less. Here it is. All right, so far so good. And here it is. Oh, I still have one more to go. I still have one more. This is the last one. And here it is. Outstanding, right? Really amazing, right? Ah, so strong. Take a good look. So strong, so beautiful, so nice. And the other side exactly the same. So nice. This seems like this, but no, it is perfect. Perfect. This diagonal, I mean, this crossing, this perpendicular, not diagonal, this perpendicular, it's very impressive. And now, actually, we can, with this, start to do a macrame fabric here. Usual macrame fabric, and this will stay in the middle. I'm going to try to do that, and then when it is done, I will come to you. At least with one side, and then I will demonstrate how to do it with the other side. So thank you. Thank you so much for watching this. And this gives me great pleasure to show you. Yes, it's perfect. Of course, it's ropes, it's always move, it will always move, right? But it is perfect. So thank you, and see you in a few hours. Thank you so much, and have fun. I hope this will be a good inspiration for your works.